people are going to need an AI agent like they need a email address. Before, you didn't think you needed an email address, right? Or even a website, right? Or even a social media presence.
Yeah.
Now you do. So basically, I will be able to go, Nova, Ray and I are going for dinner tonight. Book me a Chinese restaurant and make sure it's at 8 o'clock. And it will talk to their AI and it'll book it. I don't have to take out the phone. I don't have to see if it's open. I don't have to see if they got availability. It'll just book it.
But they would also have to have, on the receiving end, they would also have to have AI.
Correct.
Okay. Could I tell Nova, make me a Instagram account with a new email and make it a fan page?
Yeah. So I could say things like, I want you to create me a Instagram short. I want you to title it Why People Need to Make Podcasts. And I want you to write a script that's compelling and that can go viral and make it loop. Then I want you to use my avatar 3, right? And then I want you to post it on Instagram and it will just do the whole thing.
It will make the account, it will make the reel, and it will post it.
But you have to give the API first. There's an AI called relevance.ai and that chains all your AIs together. It's kind of like Zapier. You heard Zapier, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically the Zapier for AI.
You're blowing my mind right now, John. You're blowing my mind.
This is the shit I work on. Like, people don't know I do this stuff. They just think I just speak on stage and motivate people.
Yeah.
But there's a strategic play behind it.
But you're also like, a lot of people know you for being the property guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I still buy property in the UK. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, if I knew how to do this and chain all together, I wouldn't need an assistant.
Well, look, so it's funny. So I did an interview with Success Magazine and they asked me a question. John, do you think AI is going to take over people's jobs? Like, no, it's the people that know how to use it will, and for a business as well. If a business is not AI optimized, it will die. Because why? That business that has employees, right? It's got so many costs, so many overheads. So the goal is to lean that team down and scale through AI.
Wow.
You know, so that's why they talk about a unicorn now. So the unicorn is normally a company that has over 1,000 employees, right? But now you can have less than 10 people and still become $1 billion valuation.
Where's this going to lead to? Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of jobless people.
It's actually going to produce more jobs, right? You never had the job. Okay, they'll lose the traditional job, but there'll be new jobs. This is why the skills gap is getting bigger. Right? Because how fast does social media change? How fast does tech change? How fast does AI change? It's like ever evolving. People will lose their current jobs, but there will actually be more jobs. For example, you never had a job before of a prompt engineer. I want to show you something. My daughter, look.
Your 6-year-old.
My 6-year-old. So I'm teaching her how to basically draw with her brain. So we're going to take her design. So this is her, she calls it the smiley cloud. We're going to put that into artwork, print it into books, put it into t-shirts, create an e-commerce site, and then sell it.
No way.
Yeah.
Print it on shirts.
Yeah. Print on shirts, t-shirts, to make like fluffy characters from it. We can take the design, put it to a 3D printer, print it, make it as merchandise and sell it. And then you create and you wrap around story around. So my daughter asked me for a job. I'm like, no, don't get a job. I'll teach you how to start a business.
Oh, perfect. At 6 years old.
Yeah, 6 years old.
You're creating a beast in the future. You're creating a beast.
Well, I was at my, parents' evening and she goes to pretty prestigious private school.
Okay.
Right? And then, the teacher at the end was like, so, any questions? So I put my hands on and said, I just want to ask you, I think the curriculum's great. And I think, it's amazing what you're doing here. I just want to ask you, what plans do you have to teach our kids prompt engineering? And she was like, you mean AI? Yeah, AI. Because she was actually using AI for a presentation. I see what she was using.
Yeah.
And all the parents looked at me like,
yeah.
Because they think using AI is a bad thing. No, AI is a good thing because it's part of life. You don't even need to code anymore. You and I, if I show you this app, any app you've ever wanted to create, I can create for you in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Right? My daughter wrote a song as well. She plays the piano. She has a song called She loves unicorns, right?
Yeah.
So she wrote the song called Unicorn Kira using AI.
How does one get started if they don't know anything about AI? You're very good at tech. You know what you're doing, right? But how do you connect all that together?
Well, the first thing you have to do is, that's why I say the skills gap. People need to learn, right? So when do people start? They need to start now, right? So the first thing is you have to know what tools are out there for what job you want to create, as in like fix, and then how do you want to monetize it? So where do people start? People need to start with an idea. So a good friend of mine actually lives in Dubai. Her name's John Malone. So she has like fragrances and things, like in the stores. So I said to her, Joe, what do you think the number one skill that people are going to need in the future? And I asked her this 3 years ago. Yeah. And she said to me, what? Creativity. And that's what we need now. Well, how do people get started? You get started with creativity. This is why kids will be billionaires by the time they're in their 20s, because now they can have an entire organization work for them for pretty much a very, very low cost for the price of one employee. Like, okay, let me ask you a question. If I could build an entire organization for you, a marketing team, a social media team, a sales team, operations team, customer service team, that could basically, and you do what you want to do, which is creating stuff, how much would you pay per month for that?
A lot.
Right. Would you pay the price of one employee that would cost you for one employee to build all that out?
Of course,
right?
obviously.
So like you get a good
Wow.
management. Let's say you pay 50,000 and you build all that out. It's done.
So
That's what people ask me to do now. So now I've got an AI marketing agency, but an AI business building agency that can just bolt this on for people. Are you into crypto?
Of course.
Okay, so
we got crypto people on the podcast all the time.
Okay, so then you know that the new blockchain is not your standard blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. The big ones coming in now are AI Web3 blockchains. Why? Because when people launch a meme, what happens is there's normally a pump and dump or it's a rug pull, right? Because there's no utility. But if you are really using my AI to systemize your company, that means every time you talk to it, you get charged per minute, right? Which means it becomes tokenized. So imagine right now I have a pop star that's AI with AI music that performs, and then I want him to dance in a certain way. I want it to look a certain way. I can pay a token for it to basically write me a song or sing me a song.
Oh, wow.
Now there's a real utility. And that's why all the AI Web3 blockchains are blowing up.